Hello everyone, this is Module 1. This is the basic principles of quality. So let's start. Teacher Brenda Alvarez. First topic is going to be main trends of quality. Let's start with the first set of slides. So first we're going to start with the inspection. There is like a 5-point quality control inspection in order to know where to fix and what aspect or what is the issue that is going on quality. If anyone knows how to disconnect that when it pops up, I will really appreciate if you show me. Okay, so step 1, you first inspect the project prior to start and advise the supervisor of deficiencies. So it's easy. It's like, let's make the restaurant example that we were talking in classroom. So first, you see what is the process and what is going on, and then advise the person that is like the manager that there is a quality control on customer service problem. Step 2, examine material and reject batches not meeting quality standards. So what is the material you will have to go through in this step will be like the personnel, the human resource. So maybe we are hiring people with different standards that the ones we should have, or maybe this person we need to give them like a kind of a capacitation or something. What is going on right there? Step 3, confirm safety procedures are being followed. Okay, if there are, for example, we can go here to the kitchen part of the restaurant. If they are some safety procedures in a kitchen of a restaurant, like the way you save the gas for the oven, or the way you put the knives, or the way you use gloves and headbands for your hair, and this kind of things. We have to make sure that people are doing it. They clean their station after they clear it, and this kind of things. Step 4, assess work once moisture barrier and foam are installed. So what this means is that once you already make all the corrections on the process, you have to make sure that it's going through, that it's actually happening, that that the way they're doing it now, it doesn't affect other quality standards that are being implemented in the area, etc. And step 5, issue completion when final project meets our quality standard. So after we already assess and we make sure everything is running it's through and everything is okay, then we make sure that we complete this. And it is very important also to make reports like once every certain amount of time to make sure that it's actually being taken care of. Statistical quality control. So statistical quality control is the term used to describe the set of statistical tools used by quality professionals. So it's the same statistics that we use to measure other kinds of things. We have it is divided into 3 big categories: descriptive statistics, that is like the average and the countings and all these things, statistical process control, and acceptance sampling. So descriptive statistics is concerned with the describing, interpretation, and analyzing the data. It is therefore an essential element in any improvement process. Statistics is often categorized into descriptive and inferential statistics. It uses analytical methods which provide the math to model and predict variation. It uses graphical methods to help making numbers visible for communication purposes. Okay, it's like you use the table or you use the graphic. And of course, if you are going to show data to your customer in your final project, you should make it on a graphical method. So let's go over a little bit your project. Your project, you have to make an inspection. You have to follow up the triangle we first saw and make sure where is the quality damage or how can you do to help. And you're going to show this to your customer through data. They need to see the proof, the data. After this data is collected, then you will show the graphics and you will show them how to fix it. Numerical data properties help to describe this kind of statistics, like the shape, newness, kurtosis, central tendency, that statistical, this is like the medium, the mean, the mode. Variation is the range, interquality range, standard deviation, variance. It is very, very important that when you do your presentation, you put yourself in the place of the customer, of the client you are attending in your project. Why is this so important? Because they may or may not know what is the meaning of this statistics terms, and we do not want, our objective is not to make them feel like they don't know. Our main objective, it is to make sure that they are taking care of their quality control through our process. So if you are going to use this kind of language, you should explain to them what it means. Types of statistical quality control: we have the process control and the acceptance samplings. And the samplings, you have variables, the things that may or may not change, attributes. On the process control, you have variable charts, attribute charts, the same but with graphics. So what is total quality control? Total quality control is how you make sure that the quality is taken care of all the time. You have to focus on processes and continuous improvement. So you need also the total staff participation. What happens in many companies is that the touch point, the customer service, the touch point with the customer is the only one that is taking care of quality control. Meanwhile, the persons that actually are part of the process have to be involved, because then the data or the information or whatever you're passing through this person may be not acceptable for the final customer. And this is a deficit on quality. You also have to have in mind the absolute targets are flexible. The market changes every day, so you have to make sure you're taking care of your customer and its changes. Total quality management. In order to manage quality, you need the 6 C's: control, commitment, culture. As I mentioned before, culture is not only about the culture of the company, but is to include quality as part of the culture of the company. Continuous improvement, cooperation, customer focus. You have to be focused on what the customer wants and what it is all about. So these are the basics about quality. Now let's talk more about what the main authors and their researches and how they have actually input their theories into quality. So we have Edward Deming, is best known for his 14 points, the Deming Cycle, and the 7 deadly diseases. Earned basics in engineer, bachelor's in engineer, master's and PhD in physics, the man who discovered quality, they call him. In 1940, Japan Toshiba Company accepted Deming's views, and he died in 1980. This is the Deming Cycle. It says that you first have to plan what you're going to do. Then you're going to do it. After you do it, this is our role here with the company, that we are going to do the quality project. First, we're going to plan for them, and then we're going to train them on how to make sure they're doing it right. And then we're going to make sure we train them how to check that they are doing it right. When they check, they will know if it's going the right way or not. Then it's their responsibility. It falls on the other side. The companies you choose for the project, it's their responsibility to act through it, and then analyze what to do or what is going on or what should we change. Here are the Deming 14 points. Constancy of purpose, the new philosophy, leadership, cease dependence on mass inspection. It is very important to inspect. There are companies that actually have like a whole department just for quality control. And lowest tender contracts, improve every process, institute training on the job, institute leadership of people, drive out fear. Fear doesn't bring you anything good. Break down barriers, eliminate slogan, eliminate arbitrary numerical targets, because this is another problem. Like big companies, they put like this numbers that are actually not doable, and this not only affects quality but affects the personnel. It demotivate them, and this is not the right way to go, because if your personnel is not motivated enough, they will just they will just not include quality as their main purpose. Permit pride of workmanship, remove the obstacles, encourage education, top management commitment and action. This is nothing new for us. We already know this in the core of our hearts, but it is important that you know them and you take them into consideration at the moment you are doing the plan for your project. The Deming 7 deadly disease. First disease, lack of constancy of purpose to plan products and services that have a market sufficient to keep the company in business and provide jobs. So the thing with services, the problem with services is that it may or may not change, because when you're giving a customer service, it's not the same person that is giving it over and over. They are a number of persons, and all of them have different personalities,